Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Julian, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Power Rangers top 10 highest rated series of all time. So, I'm a Power Rangers fan, as always. You know, I've been a fan since I was really young. I can't tell you how old exactly, but, you know, I'm a big fan of the franchise, and I'm kind of curious of what they're going to do in the future as far as television, movies, or whatever. And I know they're doing really good with the comics, and I enjoyed those as well. So before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for those who are new. And we're gonna get straight into it. Let's go.
In Power Rangers we have had 22 series in the 30 years it was being published, and each of these series had 2 seasons or more. We are going to rank the top 10 series with the best ratings from the IMDb page, which is one of the most popular platforms to consult reviews, ratings and details about audiovisual productions. In this list we are not going to add Cosmic Fury because even though it is part of Dino Fury, they actually classify it as a separate series, but because it was the last series, it doesn't have enough votes to compete despite having a 7.1 rating. We're also not going to add Alien Rangers since it is named as part of the 3rd season of Mighty Morphin and has no rating. This list is going to be of the top 10 highest rated series, and the order is going to be from the lowest rated series to the highest rated series in the entire history of the franchise. The points are from 1 to 10, with 10 being the best rating and 1 being the worst rating. Number 10, Mighty Morphin with 6.6. Although perhaps many might think that this is the highest rated series, the reality is that there are 9 other series that score better. Although it is not the highest rated, it is still the most famous and has the most votes. Mighty Morphin began in 1993 and ended in 1996 with the Alien Rangers season. The story of the Mighty Morphin many already know, but for those who do not know it, it is about a war between 2 beings from another planet that come to Earth. One is Zordon from planet Elter, who is locked in a tube outside of this space-time, and he chooses 5 students from Earth to be the Power Rangers to defend the Earth from an evil witch named Rita. Number 9, Beast Morphers with 6.7. Although many have thought that this series was not that good, it managed to beat Mighty Morphin in the ratings.
Yeah, I never watched any of the more recent seasons of Power Rangers on Nickelodeon, because first off, I don't watch Nickelodeon like that anymore, and this is kind of more towards the newer generation of fans, more for the younger kids, so I can't really say much about Beast Morphers, but I'm surprised they have a higher rating than Mighty Morphin, because really I thought Mighty Morphin would have been at least a 8, but I guess not.
But we can question this due to the amount of votes that both series have received. Beast Morphers has received less than 900 votes and Mighty Morphin has more than 25,000 votes at the time of making this video, as that continues to change every day. Beast Morphers is set in the future. The Rangers must fight an evil, intelligent computer virus bent on taking over the source of all Ranger power. Number 8.
But I will say though, I forgot, I did see an episode of Beast Morphers where Jason returned for an episode along with other Rangers from previous seasons. So that's all I know for sure. Like that's probably the only episode that I've seen from that season particularly.
8. RPM with 6.7. Although this series has the same rating as Beast Morphers, it is higher on the list because it has received more votes. RPM has been loved by many fans, and this series managed to be very different from all the other series in the history of the franchise. The story of this series begins when a robot army has almost completely conquered the world, and a group of young people equipped with high-performance machines battle to save the world.
And that's another season I haven't seen, and that was part of the Disney era. That was the last season for the Disney era before Disney gave the franchise away back to Saban. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't watch this season. I'm probably gonna have to watch it again, or I mean, if even if I've seen it, maybe I'm probably seeing one episode, but yeah, I definitely have to check it out because I don't know what made me stop watching Power Rangers then, but I have to see.
What made this series so different is that its style was aimed at a more mature audience. Number 7, Jungle Fury with 6.7. This also has the same score as the previous series, but it is higher on the list for the same reason, because it received more votes. This series premiered in 2008, and despite the fact that another series with a wild animal theme had already been released, this did not prevent it from becoming one of the best series.
Yeah,
Number 6.
Jungle Fury was tough. Like I ain't gonna lie, that season I really enjoyed for sure. I mean, that was during the Jetix era too. You know, obviously I was watching Jetix growing up, so you already know.
Mystic Force with 6.7. This series is also one of those that managed to be very different from all the others since everything changed, and apparently this was a positive thing. The theme of this series was magic, and the changes included costumes with capes, very strange rangers and excellent villains. Legend has it that when darkness arises, 5 brave wizards will be called upon to fight for the survival of the planet. Battling dangerous beasts, they will encounter pure evil and transform into Power Rangers Mystic Force.
Introducing Business Essentials, a powerful combination of business checking and card payment processing from U.S. Bank.
Say hello to Sara Lee Half Loaves. Half Loaf Right Fit Realize.
Number 5, Lost Galaxy with 6.8. I believe that the series we are going to mention from now on will not be a surprise for many fans since they have always been known for being the best series of the franchise. At the time Lost Galaxy was created, Power Rangers was at one of its best moments, and this series managed to become one of the most iconic series in history. The story, the villains, the Rangers, the theming, the supporting characters, almost everything worked very well, and this was proven in the final rating. Number 4, SPD with 6.8. We all know that Power Rangers SPD is one of the favorite series in the entire history of the franchise, and this is always proven in every place that Power Rangers is talked about. Even though the theme was simple, the twist of being a futuristic series that includes beings from other planets managed to give the series a different style, and possibly this is what caused it to become one of the most loved series. SPD managed to include time travel, exciting stories, a lot of creativity and characters that connected with all the fans. The idea that the Rangers have rare and different abilities may have been a factor that helped Power Rangers SPD become something new in the franchise. Number 3, Dino Thunder with 6.9. I think we would all agree that the return of Tommy Oliver was what helped this series become one of the best, and while this isn't the only amazing thing about Dino Thunder, it really is a major factor. Another thing that has really stuck in the minds of all the fans was the White Ranger, and that is because of his history, his power, and the spectacular costume he has. We should also mention that Tommy's new power and new suit in this series was impressive and managed to be at the same level as the first powers this character had in Mighty Morphin. Even though the theme was repeated, it managed to create different things to be able to stand out, and I think the best part were the costumes, transformations, and music. Number 2, Time Force with 7.0. The story of this series has been one of the best things about Power Rangers, and coming up with a futuristic concept was spectacular. We understand that a lot of great things came from Super Sentai, but if Power Rangers does a mediocre adaptation, then the series would not be successful. Many positive things that Time Force had were the weapons, the helmets, the theming, the villain, the story, and its main character. The concept of the Pink Ranger being the leader of the team was revolutionary at the time, and this set the story. Although the Pink Ranger was the leader, the main character was the Red Ranger, and we all know that he managed to become one of the best Rangers in history. This character managed to connect with the audience, and this also helped Time Force to have a great rating. Number 1, In Space with 7.3. I don't think anyone is going to be surprised that Power Rangers in Space is the highest rated series ever, and it has been marked as the series that saved the franchise. When this series premiered in 1998, Power Rangers was at one of its worst moments, and after the premiere of In Space everything changed. The story of this series was revolutionary, and one of the best things were its villains that later became iconic characters. In addition to this, we witnessed one of the most memorable moments of all time, the death of Zordon. The Red Ranger of this team changed history forever and became one of the most famous Rangers in the franchise. If you think a team from this list should not be here, write it in the comments, like this video and subscribe for the next Power Rangers video.
I will say this though. I mean, I forget that this is the ratings from IMDb. Some of these I'm actually kind of shocked that are on there. I mean, for instance, RPM. I mean, I don't know too much about the season because I never watched it. I haven't really watched it. But I believe I was shocked about Mystic Force because a lot of people give that season so much heat. And to me, I thought that was probably the most fun season of Power Rangers that I've watched ever, especially the toys. I remember I had a handful of toys from Mystic Force. I wish I had the Morpher though. And one thing I'm surprised that Mighty Morphin has a lower rating out of all of them, but obviously Dino Thunder and SPD weren't a surprise because everybody talks about those two. And Dino Thunder was definitely one of the first seasons where I officially became a fan of Power Rangers. And the whole idea with Tommy coming back made it even more and more epic. And I always thought Dino Thunder was like a modern version of Mighty Morphin, not only because of Tommy, but also, with the idea of dealing with high schoolers being superheroes and coming from different worlds, where Connor was a soccer player, Ethan was into technology, and Kira being a singer, Trent being an artist, and Tommy just being into prehistoric topics. So I think it was really cool to see that on there. And obviously In Space being probably arguably the most beloved season of Power Rangers because of, even especially with the crossover with the Ninja Turtles and the ending of the Zordon era, where Andros sacrifices him to save the universe, which was one of the most monumental moments of Power Rangers. And then Lost Galaxy being in that list was another surprise, because I don't think people talk about that season as much, even though you did kill off the Pink Ranger in there. And and then Corone, formerly known as Astronema, took on the role as the Pink Ranger, which is definitely one of the biggest redemption arcs in history of Power Rangers, probably in anything, period. So y'all let me know what's your top 10 list of Power Ranger seasons. I mean, my list will be totally different from this, but I want to see everybody else's opinions on this particular list, or would you change anything? So yeah. On that note, I'm gonna end the video right here. Like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, handle your business before you can get it. Peace.